What tense do you use? What are tenses? For us to discuss this, you should understand tense. And what do we mean by tense? Now, when you mention tense, this time around, it is from the English language. Tense is an aspect of the verb that tells you about the time of an action. An aspect of the verb. Of course, when you're talking about tenses, you're talking about verbs. Tense refers to is an aspect of the verb that tells you about the time that an action takes or took place. And, alright, tenses are of three types. It is either the present tense, or the past tense, or it is the future tense. The present, the past, and the future. We are not going to be taking all of this. We will only be focusing on this because this is what we need. Now, let me tell you something. Whenever you are analyzing a poem, or you are analyzing a drama work, or you are analyzing a prose, you should understand tenses and you must make use of the present tense. You must make use of the present tense, and under the present tense, you make especially the use of the simple present tense. Remember, the present tense tells us about things that are happening within the time of speech, things that are happening, things that are taking place in the present. And this present tense has 4 subtypes, 4 sub-branches. We have the simple present tense. The simple present tense is that aspect of the present tense that tells you about things, about actions that are habitual. They tell you about actions that come repeatedly. Actions that come that around this period of time, around the period of the time of the speech, the action continues to happen. Take note that the simple present tense is not the same thing as the present continuous tense. This one talks about actions that are habitual, actions that come and that repeat and come again, and you still get to meet that action. It is possible that as at the time of speech, that action is not taking place. Let us take, for instance, when somebody says he eats a lot. This word here, eats, is in the simple present tense form. What it means is that this action that he performs comes repeatedly. He eats a lot. It does not mean that as at that time of speech that he is eating. No, but it means that this is something that happens frequently. It is something that happens habitually. It is something that he always does. And then, with the present perfect tense, talking about actions that have been accomplished. And the present continuous tense, actions that are taking place around the time of speech. As at the time that the speech is taking place, that action is on. This is where you have the ing words. He eats a lot, simple present tense. But when you say he is eating, what it means is that as at the time the speaker is speaking, he is eating. The person he's talking about is that action is taking place as at the time that the speaker is speaking. Now, why are we discussing this? Whenever you are analyzing a literary work, say a poem, a drama, or a prose, it is expected of you to make use of the simple present tense. Forget the fact that your prose works often appear in the past tense form. Of course, when you have a narrative, when you have a prose work, they are presented in the past tense, using the past tense forms of verbs. Somebody will tell you something like, Bigger went to see his friend. Bigger, if we are to use native son. Bigger went to see his friend. This is the way it appears in that book. The book will make use of past tense because it is narrative. But when you, as a person, you are analyzing, you do not make use of past tense. The moment you present past tense, it is ranked. You are penalized. These are things that make people fail literature. The book presents its story using past tense, but you analyze it using the simple present tense. Bigger went to see his friend. Now, if you are to talk about this, you say Bigger goes to see his friend. And somebody will ask me, why? If the book presents this using past tense, why then am I to use the simple present tense? The reason is because you are treating literature. And once you mention literature, you are treating life. Therefore, when you treat literature, whenever you are having anything with literature, have it in mind that you are dealing with life. Literature is always alive. This book, it is a story, but it is considered that this story is a living testimony. This story is living. Let me take your attention to Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. You will find out that in his writing, Chinua Achebe makes use of past tense. Okonkwo did this. Okonkwo went to this place. Okonkwo shot one of his wives and the rest of them. But when you are analyzing, you say Okonkwo does. And Okonkwo shoots. Simple present tense. Why? Because that book, till eternity, will remain alive. Now, the author of the book, Chinua Achebe, is dead. But that book is still living. The story in that book is still living. Whenever you open that book, that story is still alive. That story is still there for you. That is why, whenever you're analyzing a literary work, you are expected to make use of the simple present tense form. Why? Because this simple present tense form talks about things that are habitual, things that continue to happen, and that story is alive. What you have, the occurrences in that story continues, they continue to happen. It keeps living. Therefore, you must make use of the simple present tense. It is a must. The moment you flout this rule, you are penalized. Literature is life. All right, having understood this, remember we said that the topic is demystifying literature, understanding the reasons why literature is failed, understanding the complications, the reason why people find literature so difficult to pass. And when all these things are understood and you begin to work towards perfecting yourself as regards this, you would achieve the objective that is stated here. That by the end of the lesson, you should be able to answer questions from literature without fear. Alright, I expect you to do this little work for me. In 2 pages, for each of them, for each of these texts, use 2 pages. In 2 pages for each, summarize the following texts. Summarize native son. Everything that happens in native son. Everything that happens in faceless. And everything that happens in She Sleeps the Gonka. And you submit by Tuesday evening. Thank you.